If there are any more bidding for agents, please send them our way.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 4-H Awards night. We're going to go ahead and get started. And the best part of what we do is we have mini 4-Hers. So our mini 4-Hers are going to come up and lead you in the Pledge of Allegiance and the 4-H Pledge. So here are our junior leaders. Mini 4-Hers. Long day, guys.
Please stand up.
Flag's right there.
I pledge my head to pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I pledge my head to clear thinking, my heart to greater loyalty, my hands to larger service, my health to better living, for my love, my community, my country, and my world. Thank you.
Well, I hope you all can agree with me that it has been a wonderful fair. We've had great weather, and it's been a great week. And we're just going to end it by talking about some of the great accomplishments that have happened. A few things I want to share with you. We had our superintendents for our livestock put their faces on buckets all week and raise money to help pay for the fancy portable restroom we had out back. They raised $1,100 simply for being willing to get pie in the face. So superintendents, if you're here, please stand up. Deidre was the only one, and if you missed it, Deidre wore a full hazmat suit that night. We had a whole lot of fun with that one. We also have one of the best auctions in the state, and I wanted to share with you that over $97,000 was spent towards our youth, and I want to acknowledge that great gift. So thank you for that auction. Between animals and building projects and contests, we had over 1,600 different projects exhibited by over 500 kids. And to make that happen, we had over 100 volunteers involved in this program, and we are so blessed by the great programmatic volunteers that we have that just show up and do so much for our youth. And each year we get a chance to recognize a super cool volunteer. We started doing this a few years, and it by far has the coolest trophy ever. And we will tell you that we do get them a cool plaque afterwards, but they get to carry around this awesome trophy and have to wear it around their neck for the next 12 months. And this year we are blessed to honor Lindsay Bartram as our super cool volunteer. Now I will tell you, it was a very narrow vote in the office. It was unanimous that Lindsay is this year's super cool volunteer. Can you all give her a real hand of applause? One of the great things about this program is that we have volunteers that love to work together, and we do so many awesome things for youth. And one of the things I'd like to ask you to do is to think about volunteering with us. There are different projects you can help with, there's different activities, there's all kinds of different things, and it does not take much at all to become a volunteer. Kerrigan Bartram can give you one of these wonderful little packets. It's a volunteer packet. You fill this out, you give us a couple of references who are not directly related to you. Your mom and dad cannot be your references. You bring it back to me, and then we will find a place where you can serve and help out with these amazing youth. And we would love to see everybody have a place to be a part of our program. Can we get one more round of applause for all of our volunteers? The next thing I would like to do, and I don't have a fancy banner for this because the formal recognition is going to take place in our annual meeting, but it was voted on earlier this year by the Howard County Exhibit Association to restart the Hall of Fame program, which is to recognize outstanding contributors to the Howard County 4-H program. And this year we're going to be blessed to induct 3 new members to the Howard County 4-H Hall of Fame, and like I said, they'll be recognized formally at our annual meeting. But if you would, please recognize Frank Ortman, Sunny Cinnamon, and Carolyn Coons for their contributions to the Howard County Exhibitors Program. Here with me tonight to help with some of our awards presentations for both our tenure members and for our individual kids are our President and Vice President of the Howard County Exhibit Association. Our President this year is Miss Maggie Geyer, who is also our Horse and Pony Superintendent, and our Vice President is Chad Appleton, who's glaring at me, who does a great job of helping. And I want to highlight Chad for just a quick second. He brought over 9 employees from Bear Agriculture and got a sizable donation so that we could take the entire 8th grade from Northwestern, bring them out here, feed them, and do a STEM day with them. So great partnerships are happening from the community, and these 2 volunteers have been a huge part of the things we're doing. So if you'll give them a hand, we'll hand it. So what we're going to do next is we're going to talk about each of these wonderful smiling kids down here. These are your tenure members. These are our people that have worked hard, they've finished through, and they have done everything we've asked. And the best part is, for the next few minutes, I can say anything I want to about them, and nobody can argue with me. It's my favorite time each year. So what we'll do is we'll call them up. Chad and Maggie will be giving them a plaque. Now guys, on the back of the plaque is a thank you card. Make sure you open the thank you card, okay? Please, make sure you open the thank you card. As I come up here, you're going to come over here and you're going to stand in the middle. There's a nice photographer right there in green. She's going to take your picture. And then you guys, when I'm done talking, can go down off the stage while everybody claps for you. Everybody understand? All right. Our first one this year is Pete Bradshaw. Pete Bradshaw is the son of Rich and Ann Bradshaw and a member of the Hoosier 4-Hers 4-H Club. He plans to study nuclear engineering at Purdue University. He has enjoyed the electric woodworking and beekeeping projects. He loves, don't leave yet. You can't leave until I get done. No, you gotta stay. Right there. All right, perfect, thank you. He enjoys woodworking because he can make a project that's usable and eye-catching. He's learned from 4-H how to manage his time and dedicate hard work to a project, and most of all, he would like to say a special thank you to his parents. Pete Bradshaw. Not here this evening, we have Dylan Grimm of the Clay Blackhawks. Next up, another one we don't have here this evening is Elena Bowles, daughter of Jason and Brandy Bowles of the Jackson Beneficium Club. Our next person is Eliza Byram. Eliza is the child of Steve and Michelle Byram and a participant in the Urban Omnibus 4-H Club. She plans to attend Huntington University to study biology in the field of agriculture. She loves to have taken swine, horse, pony, and the dog project. Her special awards are so many I'm not going to read them all. Her favorite 4-H project is swine because she loves the process of raising and showing swine. It's always fun to win, but at the end of the day, it's about enjoying the experience for what it is. She's learned from 4-H, it is the small details and consistent effort that truly pay off in the end. And she would like to say a special thanks to her parents for helping her financially, 4-H leaders for their continuous sports, and friends for making 4-H way more fun. Eliza Byron. Next up, we have Dylan Slim Shady Collins. We're very grateful that Dylan was able to join us today. He had an accident with an air nailer yesterday. We were afraid he might not be able to be with us. Be careful holding that, young man. We don't want you to fall down. Dylan is the son of Kevin and Michelle Collins and a member of the Center Superstars 4-H Club. He plans to attend Greenville University and major in business and finance while playing collegiate tennis. He's taken cattle, home environment, junior leaders, and about 17 other projects. His favorite project was home environment because he was able to create new decorative items that each serve their own purpose around the house. His mom wrote this, if you can't tell. What he's learned in 4-H, how to be a better leader within the community and to mentor others. He wants to say a special thank you to his parents for the years of project ideas and help, and to his grandma for always keeping him on top of things at the fair. I give the kid a hard time, but I'm proud of him. Dylan Collins. Next up, we have Isaac Elkin. Isaac has a mother named Hillary Elkin and a father named Matthew Elkin. He's a member of the Center Superstars 4-H Club. He plans to study computer science at Taylor University and run track and field while there. He has also taken 173 projects. His favorite project has been Ag Tractor Poster. No one else was ever in it, so he's always gotten to be the grand champion. His advice to younger 4-H members: don't take a project if you don't like it. Learning should be fun and not a chore. And he's learned from 4-H how to, I can't read it anymore. A special thanks to his family for helping him through 4-H, his fellow members and adult leaders and junior leaders for the friendships, opportunities granted to him, and to help serve others. Isaac Elkin. Next we have Brissa Everling. That's the first time I've said her name correctly in the last 10 years. She's the daughter of Mark and Lisa Everling and a member of the Horse and Pony Club. She plans to study medical imaging at Ivy Tech. She's taken sewing, cupcake decorating, miscellaneous craft, dog and cat posters, make with a mix, rabbits, and horse and pony. Her advice to younger 4-H members is don't forget to have fun with your projects. She's learned from 4-H to push herself to do her best while also having fun. And she wants to say thank you to her parents for investing their time and money into her projects and all of their constant support. Brissa Everling. Carly Ford. Carly is the child of Kim Ford, is a member of the Hoosier 4-Hers 4-H Club. She plans to study cosmetology at cosmetology school. Her favorite 4-H project was cupcake decorating because it gives her a lot of creative freedom. Her advice to younger members is to always choose projects that you're going to want to do and put time and effort into. She's learned responsibility and that it takes a lot of time to do certain projects. She would like to say a special thank you to Grandma and Grandpa, Nene and Papa, right? Okay. Kim, Mom, and my friends. I appreciate it when they give me the quotes, it helps. Carly Ford. Gracie Heaton. Gracie was camp director for the Area 8 and 9 4-H camp, and I was half tempted to call her up by one of the songs we used, but I'll be kind this evening. She is the daughter of Erica Landrum and Matt Heaton, and she's a member of the Hoosier 4-Hers 4-H Club. She plans to study cosmetology and agriculture. She's taken swine over the last 10 years, and her favorite award she received was the Herdsman Award. Her advice to younger 4-H members: don't give up, it's a huge accomplishment. She's learned from 4-H that it takes a whole lot of time. Her special thanks is to her dad for being on her at all times to make sure she got stuff done, and I can't read what it says. Gracie Heaton. Reagan Hillman. Reagan is the daughter of Kelly and Ryan Hillman, and she was a member of Clay Blackhawks and Jackson Beneficium. Next we have Seth Hunt. Seth is the son of Daniel and Crystal Hunt. Yeah, I figured there's at least one more. Member of the Jackson Livestock RS Club. His future plans are to go to Purdue Fort Wayne and become a mastodon. Oh, sorry, study biochemistry. Special awards he's received. He has been 2-time state fair for aerospace, and 1 time he was awarded special merit. His favorite projects have been junior leaders and helping build up the community. His advice to younger 4-H members: mess up and then learn from it. And he wants to say special thanks to both his parents and his brothers for sharing with him how to procrastinate best. Seth Hunt. Next we have Matthew Ingram, who's going to bring me his paper. Matthew Ingram is the son of Laura and Brad Ingram and a member of the Urban Omnibus 4-H Club. He plans to pursue CIT at Ivy Tech and then transfer to Purdue. His projects he's taken in the past years are swine and sheep, and his favorite project is swine because they are easier than sheep. Good answer. His advice to younger 4-H members: have patience with any animal project or aspect of life. He's learned from 4-H time management, and he would like to say a special thank you to his family. He would be nowhere without you. Matthew Ingram. Next, we have Brenna Morrow. Brenna is the daughter of Sam and Denise Morrow and a member of the Clay Blackhawks 4-H club. She plans to major in architecture at Ball State University. You were the first one in 8 years of me doing this to major in architecture. I love it. 4-H projects taken in the past few years: wildlife, geology, home environment, and cat poster. Her favorite project was a poster when she explored careers in wildlife biology. Her poster showed how majoring in wildlife biology could lead to a career in zoo design, which is the future career she would like to do. 4-H has taught her how to be more organized, manage her time better, and explore design skills. She would like to say special thanks to her parents for always supporting her poster designs and project visions. Brenna Morrow. Not here this evening, we have Kara Otto. Parents are Lyle and Kimberly Otto. Next we have Molly Salee. Molly is the daughter of Jason and Karen Salee and is a member of the Hoosier 4-Hers 4-H Club. She plans to attend IUK and major in new media, art, and technology. Her favorite 4-H project was computer arts because she could enjoy her digital designs. She encourages younger 4-H members to approach each year in 4-H as an opportunity to learn and experience new things. A special thanks to her parents for allowing her the opportunity to be in 4-H and for giving her encouragement and motivating her to always do her best. Molly Salee. Owen Scheimer is not here with us this evening, and neither is Blake Williamson. Those are your tenure members. Can we give them another round of applause? A little damp. It's kind of uncomfortable. We're going to take this pause real quick. I want to acknowledge that our Howard County Queen pageant contestants and winners are here with us. So if they would please stand when I read their names. Miss Congeniality and fourth runner-up was Hallie Dalrymple. She's not here, so she won't stand up. Third runner-up was Mia Castillo. Second runner-up, Brooklyn Garber. First runner-up, Alexis Bunch. Miss Howard County Fair, Gracie McLean. And Junior Queen, Aramea Fivecoat. Thank you all for joining us this evening. All right. I think it's time for me to take a break. Iris? Next up, we will have the Farm Bureau Tenure Award with Miss Iris Ellen.
Howard County Farm Bureau wants to congratulate all the 4-Hers for accomplishing all that you did this year. And we recognize what character building 4-H is, and so we really enjoy all of our participation and support that we give you. One of the ways we support you is through this Tenure Award, and we co-sponsor this with Indiana Farm Bureau. And each year the County Extension names 2 outstanding 4-Hers to receive this award. The purpose of this award is to give public recognition to 4-H members from each county for their 4-H club achievements, years of participation, and the number of projects that they have completed. So this year they will be getting Indiana Farm Bureau will be providing them with a plaque. Their banners have been hung in the metal building all week. They'll receive that to take home. And Howard County Farm Bureau will be giving them a $50 monetary award. So this year's winners are Dylan Collins and Isaac Elkin.
All right, next we're going to talk about scholarship recipients. This is one of the best parts of what we get to do. There's over $5,000 in scholarships that are going to be given away this evening to various members of our group. First up this evening will be Jenna Maple, who will be awarding the Exhibit Association's Paul Raver Scholarship.
Paul Raver was a longtime educator in Howard County. His family set up this scholarship fund, and that has grown over time, and it allows us to award a $1,000 scholarship every year. This year's recipient was chosen based upon his dedication to his 4-H Project Sandwich Club. One thing that stood out to the scholarship committee was his answer to the question, what did you learn in your time in 4-H? His answer was that I'm not only responsible for me, but I'm responsible for the actions of others under my leadership. The Extension Committee is happy to award Seth Hunt with a $1,000 scholarship.
Bet you feel kind of bad about that balloon now, don't you? All right, we get to do some more scholarships. Again, always the best favorite part of that one. So, next up we will be doing the Indiana 4-H Foundation scholarships. The Howard County Exhibit Association gives money each year to the Indiana 4-H Foundation to provide senior scholarships. And this year we have 2 winners for our senior scholarships. I'm going to call both of these people up, and then they get their picture taken together. So, first up we have, not anymore, Dylan Collins, the recipient of a $1,000 scholarship. And our second recipient is Emma Barry Humans. I don't know if she's joined us this evening. And then our last 2 scholarships are Junior Leader Scholarships. And these are $400 scholarships. And the first one goes to Seth Hunt. Boo, boo, yes, boo. And because he hasn't been up here enough, the second scholarship goes to Dylan Collins. All right, and our last thing that I want to do before we get to all the wonderful Reserve and Grand Champion Awards, I need one more corner. I want to recognize some of our sponsors this evening. If you would, hold your applause till we get through each section. We have 4 different categories of sponsorship, and those range for people who have donated more than $1,000, over $500, over $250, and then any other donation amount. Our champion sponsors who contributed more than $1,000 to the 4-H program this year: Beck's Hybrids and Brian Kirkpatrick Seed Sales, the Community Foundation of Howard County, Brad Howell Ford, Series Solutions, Land O'Lakes Foundation, Co-Alliance LLP, Land O'Lakes Incorporated Foundation, Delphi Component Holdings, Farm Credit Mid-America, the Greentown Lions Club, the Howard County Commissioners and Council, Howard County Farm Bureau, and Rural King. Can we give those sponsors a round of applause, please? I also want to honor our Reserve Champion sponsors. They are Rich Dan Bradshaw, Scott Sherry Dio, Dry Gas and Donahue Gas, David Andrea Eichenberry, First Bank of Bern, First Farmers Bank and Trust, Jay and Marge Freeman, Indiana Heartland FCU, Stephen Lynn Kurtz, Tom and Kay Moore, Public Risk Underwriters of the Midwest. Give that group a round of applause. And then the very last, I can't say person because I don't know who it was, but for those of you that were in the metal building this year, you'll notice that there was air conditioning in the metal building for the first time. An anonymous donor came through and donated over $18,000 to provide a new heating and air system for that building. It was 71 degrees for project judging the metal building, and nobody passed out and nobody died. It was a wonderful thing. I don't know if those donors are in here, but can we please give them a round of applause? And since you all have been waiting so patiently, are you guys ready to come up and get your awards?
Yeah.
No, we can hang out for a while, that's fine. Are you guys ready to come get your awards? No, we're still waiting. Are you ready to come get your awards? All right, here we go. 4-H Memories Scrapbook, Grand Champion Jenna Hendricks, Reserve Champion Isaac Elkin. Aerospace, Grand Champion Christian Stockberger, Reserve Champion Seth Hunt. I told them I'm going to start telling dad jokes if we catch up too much here in line. Do you know how to find out how much a fish weighs? You check its scales. Thank you, Steve Myers. All right, ATV Safety Education, Grand Champion Brenner Good. Arts and Crafts General, which I just skipped. Alana Alexander, Grand Champion. Reserve Grand Champion, Isabella Sanchez. Beekeeping, Grand Champion Ian Woods. Reserve Grand Champion Jenna Schaefer. Bicycle, Grand Champion Isaac Elkin. Reserve Grand Champion Jana Hillis. Cake decorating, and if you did not get over to see the cakes, as soon as this is over, I'm going to go unlock the doors. You need to come see this cake. Grand Champion Sadie Simpson, Reserve Grand Champ Jenna Schaefer. Next we have Cat Poster, Grand Champion Cat Poster Sarah Eller, Reserve Grand Champion Shelby Anderson. Child Development, Grand Champion Mackenzie Collins, Reserve Grand Champion Isabella Sanchez. Collections, Grand Champion Taylor Schmidt, Reserve Grand Champion Connor Alexander. Computer, Grand Champion Molly Salee, Reserve Grand Champion Owen Scheimer. All right, kids over here, so I have to tell every one of you, when you go off the other end, look at the pretty lady with the camera, please, okay? Construction and Architectural Replica, Grand Champion Grant Liscombe, Reserve Grand Champion Taylor Schmidt. Consumer Clothing, Grand Champion Mackenzie Collins, Reserve Grand Champion Jessica Hartman. Creative Writing, Grand Champion Isaac Elkin, Reserve Grand Champion Ashley Alexander. Crops, Alfalfa, Grand Champion Bailey Yoder, Reserve Grand Champion Joe Ford. Cross, Horn, Grand Champion Leighton Downing, Reserve Grand Champion Andrew Hartman. Also for soybeans, Grand Champion Leighton Downing, Reserve Champion Andrew Hartman. Cupcake decorating, Grand Champion Alexa Maurer, Reserve Grand Champion Mallory Condon. Dog poster, Grand Champion Keaton Wiley, Reserve Grand Champion Wesley Underwood. Electric, Grand Champion Christian Stockberger, Reserve Grand Champion Landon Gaines. Entomology, Grand Champion Alistair Dahman. Junior Fashion Review, Grand Champion Elnora Winroth, Reserve Grand Champion Erilyn Foreman. Senior Fashion Review, Grand Champion Avery Rose, Reserve Grand Champion Mackenzie Collins. Fine Arts, Grand Champion Pete Bradshaw, Reserve Grand Champion Ashley Alexander. Floriculture, Grand Champion Cambry Salisbury, Reserve Grand Champion Berkeley Beaver. Junior Foods, Grand Champion Erilyn Foreman, Reserve Grand Champion Raiden Davis. Senior Foods, Grand Champion Jada Hillis, Reserve Grand Champion Michaela Griffith. Preserved Foods, Kendall Montgomery, Grand Champion Lillian Windsor, Reserve Grand Champion. Forestry, Grand Champion Austin Hamblin, Reserve Grand Champion Alistair Dahman. Garden, Grand Champion Ruth Golner, Reserve Grand Champion Sonora Deaver. Genealogy, Grand Champion Lincoln Downey. Gift Wrapping, Grand Champion Ashley Alexander, Reserve Grand Champion Michaela Griffin. Health, Grand Champion Caleb Eller, Reserve Grand Champion Jana Hillis. Yeah! Home Environment, Grand Champion Austin Hamblin, Reserve Grand Champion Mackenzie Collins. Lawn and Garden Tractor, Operator Skills, Grand Champion Nathan Rush, Reserve Grand Champion Kenley Melton. Lawn and Garden Tractor Safety Education, Grand Champion Grayson Ingold. Lego Type Models, Grand Champion Tegan Bedwell, Reserve Grand Champion Ella Schaefer. Make with a Mix, Grand Champion Isaac Elkin, Reserve Grand Champion Kenzie DeGraff. Model Craft, Grand Champion Roman Harris, Reserve Grand Champion Lucas Farmer. Needlecraft, Grand Champion Lydia Schaefer, Reserve Grand Champion Mary Golner. Other animal posters, Grand Champion Taylor Schmidt. Photography, Grand Champion Isabel Beals, Reserve Grand Champion Landon Wiley. Poultry poster, Grand Champion Taylor Schmidt, Reserve Grand Champion Shelby Anderson. Recycling, Grand Champion Chase Rose, Reserve Grand Champion Lillian Windsor. Reed Basket, Grand Champion Hannah Troyer, Reserve Grand Champion Kendall Tedder. Scrapbooking, Grand Champion Taylor Schmidt, Reserve Grand Champion Lauren Hendricks. Taylor, you tired yet? Sew for Fun, Grand Champion Callie Schaefer, Reserve Grand Champion Jenna Schaefer. Sewing Construction, Non-Wearable Junior, Grand Champion Mallory Condon, Reserve Grand Champion Isabella Sanchez. Sewing Construction, Non-Wearable Senior Grand Champion Mackenzie Collins, Reserve Grand Champion Lydia Schaefer. Sewing Construction Wearable Junior Grand Champion, Mallory Condon. Reserve Grand Champion, Elnora Winroth. Sewing Construction Wearable Senior Grand Champion, Elena Bowles. Reserve Grand Champion, Avery Rose. Shooting Sports Grand Champion, Austin Hamlin. Reserve Grand Champion, Alexis Benson. Small Animals Grand Champion, Kelsey Avery. Reserve Grand Champion, Seth Hunt. Small Engines Grand Champion, Devin Morrow. Soil and Water Science Grand Champion, Austin Hamlin. And also Sport Fishing Grand Champion, Austin Hamlin. Reserve Grand Champion, Aylin Michelle. Aylin has the coolest hair of anybody on this stage tonight. Sports Grand Champion, Bailey Appleton. Reserve Grand Champion, Kelsey Avery. All right, Strawberries Grand Champion, Taylor Schmidt. Tractor Operator Skills Grand Champion, Brayton Hensley. Reserve Grand Champion, Colton Melton. Tractor Safety Education Poster Grand Champion, Isaac Elkin. Veterinary Science Grand Champion, Kelsey Avery. Reserve Champion, Taylor Schmidt. Wearable Art Modeling Grand Champion, Isabella Sanchez. Reserve Grand Champion, Ashley Alexander. Wearable Arts Grand Champion, Lillian Windsor. Reserve Grand Champion, Isabella Sanchez. Weather and Climate Science Grand Champion, Austin Hamblin. Wildlife Grand Champion, Brenna Morrow. Reserve Grand Champion, Caitlin Timmey. Woodcraft Grand Champion, Nia Roden. Woodworking Grand Champion, Blake Williamson. Reserve Grand Champion, Jace Rose. And our very last award, Zero Turn Radius Mower Operator Skills Grand Champion, Samuel Troyer. I want to reiterate, this has been an amazing fair. You have amazing kids. We have great volunteers in Hamlin County. I used to live in Hamlin County. Howard County is the best county fair in Indiana. Thank you and have a great night.
Dylan.